Anin Jackie Indigenous cause.
Magdegenu, Lindigo, Bejuan Dudam, Miikinaa Spirit Indigenous cause.
Miikinaa means the path.
And I am a first-generation college student at the Leech Tribal College.
For students is the path to retention, academic success, and transfer to a four-year college.
Freshman at the
I am 33 years old.
And I am in the Miikinaa program, and that's a program for first-generation college students.
That's what this is about. It's about our future and our people.
Testing. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, my name is Jack. Hi, my name is Jacqueline Blue. I go by Jackie Blue. I'm talking to you about what it's like to be a first-generation student, college student. Oops.
Anin Jackie Indigenous cause.
Hi, my name is Jackie Blue. I'm going to talk to you about being a first-generation college student. I am 19 years old and I'm attending the Leech Tribal College. I will be going back in the fall of 2011. In the spring of 2012, I will be getting my A in liberal education done. I had made Dean's List for the fall 2010 semester and the spring 2011 semester. Miikinaa means the path. Elaine Fleming is the director of the Miikinaa 2012 program, and she had asked me to get on here and talk to you, tell you what it's like for me to be a first-generation college student. For me, it's kind of cool because it's rare in my family. There has not been very many high school graduations, and I don't know if it's just my family or if it's everyone's family or what, but the last time there was a high school graduation in my immediate family was back when my mom's oldest sister had graduated high school. Yeah, none of my cousins had graduated high school. They all dropped out. And I have 3 older siblings who have all dropped out as well, and I'm the only one who graduated high school and start going to college. I was never really a fan of school growing up. I kind of hated it. I didn't like getting up in the mornings. I didn't like being there all day. I didn't like getting home at half the day was over. Didn't like doing homework, I just kind of didn't want to do anything like that. I wanted to stay home and sleep and watch TV and do whatever, but I didn't get that choice. My mom would get mad at me and make me get up and go to school. My sister would literally drag me out of bed if I didn't want to get up and go. And it didn't matter how many times I asked or how many times I begged. They always told me no and sent me to school anyway. And because I was forced to go to school, I hated it. And with that thought, I started acting out. And just to be out of school, I would get in trouble and I'd get myself suspended doing, just skipping class and talking back and getting too many referrals. And all through middle school, I was doing that. And there was a couple times teachers actually came up to me and told me they didn't think I'd actually make it out, They didn't think I'd make it into high school, and they said they'd be surprised if they seen the day I graduated high school. I didn't even think I was going to make it. I thought I was going to drop out. I did try to drop out once when I was in 8th grade. After my last year in middle school, I was done. I wanted to be done. I was ready to go be a hateful teenager, but I didn't get that option either. I was skipping school and nobody knew about it. They were all thinking I was in school. When they finally realized I had skipped for over a month of school, they had put me on truancy and I had to go spend a night in Northwest. I did not like that. That was horrible. I swore I'd never go there again, and I haven't since. I start going to school every day. I wasn't doing good in school, but I was going. My idea of high school was do whatever I wanted, I was almost done. I might as well just have fun while I'm at it. My freshman year was horrible. I was constantly getting kicked out. I wasn't ready to grow up, and in high school they said we had to grow up. I didn't think so. But anyways, I was getting in trouble. I was talking back and doing what I was doing in middle school. I didn't think I should grow up yet. I was only like 14, 15 years old, But anyways, as I was getting in trouble and I was getting put on suspension like every other day, ISS, OSS, whatever, referrals up the wall. I figured if I just did what I wanted, got in all the trouble I wanted, I figured they'd just give up on me one day, whatever, let her go, she don't want to learn. But I thought they did give up on me, but then there was this lady who sat in Indian Education. She was the Secretary of Indian Education. Her name was Denise Dahl. She went by Grandma Duck to a lot of people. I went in and met with her one day with my cousin, and I started talking to her, and She was sitting there telling me stories about her childhood, you know, and how education is important, and she turned out to be really cool, you know, so I started talking to her more often. I started going in there every day, and the more I talked to her, you know, the more I got to know her, and the more she got to know me. And she didn't look at me as just another kid who was acting out. She looked at me as someone who was going to get somewhere. Denise didn't tell us no lies, or she didn't sit there and feed us all this bogus stuff. When we would talk to Denise, she wouldn't sit there with a pen and paper and write down everything we said, and she wouldn't report us if, you know, we said something that shouldn't have been said. And I kind of liked it because I was able to tell her the truth. I didn't have to hide it from her. I know she didn't like it when she didn't like the things I was doing, but she'd tell me not to do them, and I'd try my hardest not to, but peer pressure, I always fell for it. And just having someone like her at the school that actually cared about me and showed me that they're willing to help me if I'm willing to help myself. It made me know that there is still good people out in the world. There's people that don't do it just for the money. She wasn't doing it for the money. She was doing it to help her misfits. That's what she called us. It was a group of 7 of us, and we were her misfits. Every morning I would get up and I'd go to school. I was really excited going to school after my 10th grade year. I started looking forward to wanting to do something, be somewhere. I started thinking about what I could do, what I could be. The more time I spent with Denise, the more I wanted an education. I wanted to do something to help somebody. I wanted to be like her. Out of all of the misfits, only 2 of us went to college after graduation. The rest of them, they graduated high school or they walked the aisle, but they didn't get their diploma signed. It's really sad to say because every one of us made a promise that we would do it, but not everyone fell through. Although I said I had a plan figured out, you know, one of the plans was not losing Denise. What she told us, she had made us a promise after she told us she was sick, that we were all to graduate high school and make it to college. She said it didn't matter what it took, she was going to hold on to graduation. She passed away not much longer after that. After I lost Denise, I kind of went up the side there a little bit. I got back into my old ways and lost hope for everything. I gave up on looking for college. I just didn't want it anymore. I start getting in trouble again and getting back into the things I was doing before I met Denise. And then some people sat down with me and talked to me. Some close friends of Denise's told me that Denise wouldn't be happy if I gave up, and I knew she wouldn't, and I knew she'd be very mad at me if she knew that I'd given up. So I told them I would still look at going to school, and I was ready to go, but then when it came down time to it, I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I don't know what it was, but I ended up going to the tribal college instead. I'm glad I chose the tribal college. It was a good school for me because it's close to town, I'm close to home, I got my job, I got my family, I got my friends, and going to a tribal college isn't so bad. It's actually way easier than it would be going straight to a university. Considering I've only been to the Catholic schools around here, they've all been small, and you know, I'm used to that size, but going to a university kind of scared me because I knew that if I didn't like it, I'd come right home and I'd give up hope on going. But like last June, when it was time to start school, I made up my mind at the last minute. I was thinking about just taking a year off and just having a blast, but my sister wouldn't let that happen. Woke me up at 7 o'clock in the morning, made me get up and get ready, and she took me right out to the school and dropped me off. I registered for my classes. I wasn't too hyped up about it, but I got up and went anyways. And at first I was really quiet. I was just kind of doing my own thing, getting my own work. I wasn't really worried about making friends or getting anything done. I just wanted to get done with school so I can figure out what I wanted. And then in my class, in this one class I took, they had asked me if I'd join this group called the Miikinaa, and I didn't know what it was about, but I agreed to it anyways. And here I am today, talking to you on this thing.